should you hire a bodybuilding coach as a busy executive or entrepreneur? Well, I'm as far from a bodybuilder as humanly possible, but I'm Coach Ábris, founder of Demi Cycle Protocol, and in the past 1 year we helped over 50 high achievers and corporate executives permanently get below 15% body fat, get in the best shape of their life, and double their natural energy levels without having to use sleep drugs, sedatives, abusing stimulants, counting calories, or training more than 2 to 3 hours per week. So I guess I know a thing or two about this topic, and many of you guys have this notion of, okay, the most muscular person in the room, the most shredded person in the room, the biggest and strongest person in the room must be the most knowledgeable. Well, when it comes to gym stuff, even when it only comes to gym stuff, it might not be true, right? I know technical trainers who are much better at the art of training itself than some bodybuilders who are twice or 3 times their size, right? So that's just one factor. But when it comes to your overall holistic health, this couldn't be further away from the truth, that the most muscular guy will be the one who can help you the most. The thing is, I respect bodybuilding. I did even enjoy that era of bodybuilding when it was in the 70s, 80s, when it was old school, when some athleticism has been involved, right? And this is what I really like about the classic physique category, resembling that. But nowadays, what we can see in bodybuilding is as far from health as possible. And as a guy who's mostly focused on health and longevity, because I got tired of competitive sport. I used to be a competitive powerlifter, and even that grew so much on me that I thought, okay, this is not the healthy way, this is not sustainable. I had chronic stress, I had anxiety, I had insomnia, and I've all been able to fix this for myself in 2022. So I started Demi Cycle Protocol in 2023, and now it's 2024, and we have helped over 50 executives fix their sleep problems, get in the best shape of their life, get stronger, gain lean muscle, drop fat, and all this without counting a single calorie, right? So if you're looking for advice from a bodybuilding coach, probably they're gonna tell you that, okay, you need to track your calories, you need to use this meal tracking app, you need to follow this program, this pre-written bro split with biceps, chest day, leg day, back day, whatever. They're splitting up the muscle groups and stuff like that, and it's just not sustainable for you. This is not efficient with your time, right? A bodybuilding coach might be super knowledgeable about how to accumulate the highest amount of lean muscle with the lowest amount of fat possible to look good for a competition, and how to build up your proportions in a way that you will look good in a Speedo posing for other men in a competition, painted brown, okay? They are very good at this. But I guess as an executive who wants to take care of his health and to take his longevity to the next level and to take the same amount of discipline he put in his enterprise or his business acumen in his career, I guess you want to take the same amount of expertise and discipline into your health, into your fitness. This is your only goal. You don't want to be a bodybuilder, you don't want to be competitive, and that's completely fine. I agree with you. That's why I'm here, right? That's why I started this whole company. And this is why we have successful client results and transformations, right? But not because we are motivated by bodybuilding. Meanwhile, bodybuilding is a sport in itself, right? And I respect the ones who pursue it, I respect the ones who are coaching it. But I have many of you guys, especially from YouTube, who are new to this type of content, who are new to this type of world when we are coaching specifically busy men in their 40s and 50s with, large amount of assets under management, large amount of responsibilities, large amount of everyday stress on their shoulders. You have to approach these people differently. I have to approach you differently, you who are watching this, because training is not your life. Healthy nutrition will be sorted out differently for you. Probably you're not gonna meal prep chicken rice and broccoli every single day. I can't give you a meal plan with a single option for a meal, for example. I can't give you a meal plan that's not sustainable or not flexible enough. A bodybuilding coach can do this. They can get away with this because they are coaching bodybuilders. But many of you have been reaching out to me, not specifically you who are watching this, but some guys who first saw me on YouTube and were a little bit clueless about who am I coaching and who are my clients. Some of you reached out to me and asked like, okay, how does your program work? How is this Demi Cycle Protocol and stuff like that? How is this different from a bodybuilding program? I was talking to this bodybuilder, I was talking to that bodybuilder, and they do this and do that, and yeah, this costs this much. And I was like, no, you are asking the wrong questions. You are approaching this from the wrong angle. So you ask the bodybuilder who is coaching hundreds of people at the same time, all by himself, like, what does his program cost? That's the wrong approach, right? Because bodybuilders will give you a plan. They might have some automatic daily check-in, but that's it. So what we do with our clients is that we give them a complete, flexible and sustainable protocol for their sleep, for their travels. Every time they travel to a new place, we scan down the location, the exact location they're going to, and we are giving them options and restaurants nearby, what kind of food is available on their menu, what is suitable for your diet, what is suitable for your health goals, right? We scan down everything before you go. Restaurant protocols, drinking, alcohol protocols, we have protocols for that. Because you know that you won't want to be the socially awkward dude who refuses a glass of champagne, right? And serve champagne, sorry for my pronunciation, because I got some criticism lately about it, and you were right. I'm just practicing, right? I'm not a native speaker. But yeah, you can't say no to a glass of champagne, right? Sometimes. You don't want to be the awkward dude sitting in the corner counting calories there. You've got so much more in you. You can be social, you can be ripped, you can be slim, and you can look, feel and perform amazing while still enjoying your company events and your conferences. Right? This is our philosophy, and this is why we are detailed about every protocol that we give to you, every single measurement of data that we are giving to you, the ordering that we are sending out to your address, so we can get daily data and I can give you daily feedback on your sleep, right? This is why we are doing this, because this is not a program. This is not bodybuilding, right? And this is certainly not something that has a cost. You are investing in your health for 6 months or 12 months with us, and as a return you get to sustain your results for a lifetime. That's what I'm saying. It's not a program. This is a relationship between us, and this doesn't have a cost. This has an investment which keeps paying dividends, it keeps paying returns for you to the rest of your life. This is the difference between health coaching and bodybuilding coaches. Bodybuilders will write you programs, and if you're lucky enough, and if by yourself you have intrinsic discipline enough to follow the plan for the rest of your life, then you might have sustainable results. But I'm highly doubtful if the diet consists of chicken, rice and broccoli, and if the split that you receive from your bodybuilder, right, is a 5 or 6 days bro split. That's just not sustainable. Think of when your kids were born. Think of when you had a high season in business. Think of when you started a new business venture, right? All of these stressful periods, they wouldn't bear great results with a 6-day-a-week training plan. That would be too tedious for you. You just don't want to do that, right? Just think about it. Bodybuilding doesn't give a fuck about your accountability. It doesn't give a fuck about your discipline. Because bodybuilding assumes, because it is a sport, bodybuilding is a sport that already assumes that you are disciplined and you want it bad. But it's not natural, and you don't have to feel guilt if you're not disciplined enough yet. I can prove that you're already disciplined. So if you have a high performing job, or if you have your own company, you're making at least 200K a year or even more, you might be a 7, 8, 9 figure entrepreneur like majority of my clients, right? You already have a discipline on how to build a business, how to stick with your company and with one business model, one product, one acquisition channel, right? One audience, one specific avatar, and then branching out. You know how to be disciplined, how to stick to these things, right? You just need someone who helps you translate this discipline into your health. But health is not bodybuilding. Health is not just a program. Health is not just a workout plan and a nutrition plan. Health consists of your sleep, your blood oxygen levels, your different health metrics, your cardiovascular health, the way how you manage your dopamine, how you feel good when you go traveling, when you go to your business conferences, when you go and eat out at restaurants, when you drink some with your buddies, right? And how do you make it, how do you take it to an intersection of health and entertainment? This is health coaching, right? This is health and performance coaching. How do you perform in everyday life? How can you focus with your brain? How can you optimize your brain chemistry? This is something that bodybuilding coaches don't really give a fuck about because that is not their core area of their expertise, and that's okay. I also don't like those health coaches who throw shit on bodybuilding. They say bodybuilding is gay, bodybuilding is lame, bodybuilding is for losers. That's not true. Bodybuilding is for winners who win at one certain area of life. And that's bodybuilding, and they've been doing this for decades, and they are amazing at that. Whether you like bodybuilding or not, right? You are sticking with your own career, your own business. You've been sticking around for years or even decades, and you have built something amazing already, right? You stick with it for long enough to make it work, and to make it work big, right? Just look at these skyscrapers behind me. Someone is fucking owning each of them. Someone who had enough discipline for years and decades to put the work in. Some of them might be you, right? You just gotta have the same amount of discipline translated into your health. And when it comes to bodybuilding, they already have the discipline in that sport. So for them it's natural. For them, they don't want to check in with you every single day or have a call every single week with you because they already assume that you know what you're doing and you are already disciplined with that, but there's no guarantee for it. And when you only focus on muscle and how low your body fat is, you forget about health, right? You just focus on the trophies, on the wins, on the different bodybuilding competition, and that's fine. It's completely okay. But if your goal is health and longevity and higher energy levels and more optimal sleep, more optimal brain performance, more focus on your everyday activities and better decision making, just like you need if you want to be even more successful as a CEO, or just you want some peace of mind about yourself, you want to be confident, you want to be energetic. When you enter the room, you want to feel your gravitas just attracting people in the area. You want to have an aura, right? So all of these things, all of these amazing benefits of being in shape wait for you on the other side. But they don't wait for you if you only focus on lean muscle mass and body fat. So if you only focus on the bodybuilding aspects of this, but you don't take care of your sleep hygiene, your energy levels, your brain chemistry, and all of this different stuff, right? And if you make it too strict, like a bodybuilder diet or bodybuilding workout routine, then it's not going to work in the long term. You're going to give up at your first high season. Like, there is a 100% guarantee you're going to give up at some point later on, because these bodybuilding routines are not sustainable. These bodybuilding coaches don't give a fuck about sustainability. So don't tell me how much it costs to get a program for a bodybuilder if it's just a cost for you. Because you just burn money, you throw the money away for something that's irrelevant for you. Bodybuilding coach is relevant for bodybuilders. Bodybuilding coaching is relevant for you if you want to become a bodybuilder, or if you want to get good at bodybuilding as an activity. But if your goal is to be healthy, vital, energetic and sexually active even into your 70s, then bodybuilding coaches is not relevant for you at all. And then you will invest and not just take a expense, right? Or write it off as a cost for something. Because if it is a cost, that means it has no returns. You're just burning money away and the results will go away too. But that's not your goal. Your goal is permanent results for your health that you can sustain for the rest of your life. This is the benefit of health coaching instead of bodybuilding coaching, right? So this is the difference I wanted to tell you today. And yeah, instead of like making a difference or like generating some kind of tension in between bodybuilders and longevity focused athletes, or just healthy people, or people who want to become healthy, right? I don't want to generate like a tension here. Bodybuilders are amazing for what they do, and entrepreneurs are amazing for the businesses they have built. And that's amazing, right? Well, somebody builds a body, somebody builds a business, and once they get good enough at one of these, they start venturing into each other's domains. Why? Because building a business and building a body requires the same amount and almost the same type of discipline, consistency and dedication. Every single day you gotta wake up with the vision in your head, and you have already done this if you're an entrepreneur, if you're an executive, or you are a high performer, high achiever. You have already done this for years consistently. So what's so hard for you about changing your health? Well, we can easily answer your question. So, if you are a man over 40 and 50, working a high achieving job, or owning a business, owning a company, but you have put your health on the back burner in the past years or decades, and bodybuilding is not your cup of tea, but you want to be slim, you want to be fit, you want to be healthy and energetic, and being able to play with your kids and grandkids, then hit us up in the description below, book a free call, and we will craft up an entire game plan for you on how we would help you permanently get below 15% body fat, double your natural energy levels, and get in the best shape of your life permanently without counting calories, without having to take sleep drugs or sedatives, or counting calories, or training more than 2 to 3 hours per week. I know I said counting calories twice because I hate counting calories. Nobody likes counting calories except for bodybuilders who are dedicated for that, and they have to do that, so, right? So respect for bodybuilders. I'm not saying I'm hating on that, right? I don't want to create tension. It's just the real, ugly and raw truth. If you're a CEO, entrepreneur, looking to get healthy, you don't need to count calories. And if you might have found another coach, right, who generates results, but he has you count calories, might not be a good fit for you. So if you don't like counting calories, please click on the link below, book a free call with us, and we show you exactly how we would do that. And if you happen to be a good fit to work with us, we can talk about working one-on-one. But if you're not ready to be committed, if you want this but you don't want it bad enough, if you're not ready to invest in your health, and you still look at it as a cost or as a program, not as an investment and as a service, or as a transformation, as a journey, if you don't look at it like this, then please don't book a free call with us. Let's not waste each other's time, and get your mind in shape first. What do I mean by get your mind in shape first, right? So first, you gotta possess the mindset of a person who can make this happen. And how do you do that? Watch my previous videos where I show you exactly how to do that, how to get your brain in shape as fast as possible. And generally, if you like this video and have a particular opinion either on general health or versus bodybuilding or anything like this, right? If you've ever tried a bodybuilding coach maybe, or if you ever worked with a health coach before, let me know, share your experiences down in the comment below. I always invite you to have an honest but civilian discussion down there instead of just roasting each other, okay? Stay friendly, and if you like this video and found it useful and found value in this, show this and share this with your friends. Push the like and the subscribe button. Show this to your family, your team members, your employees, whoever is important to you. So, bodybuilders or not, here's the brutal truth, here's the answer, and see you in the next one.